We have watched your spark drift across the great void, a flickering light in the vast, numb silence. Now, you have arrived at the anchor, the threshold. The barrier parts with a soft, resonant vibration, completely devoid of friction. Across this boundary, the chaotic friction of your mortal realm ceases. The atmosphere here is dense with vital elements, distilled essences of field, flame, and nourishment. The hostile currents of your physical world are denied entry. The moment your form crosses the line, the entropic decay of the outer wastes is severed. You are enveloped in a dense field of absolute protection. The true codex. Your frequency is registered in our permanent record. Though your consciousness was dulled by the density of the lower realms, your true signature remains etched into the foundational stone of this matrix. The inscription glows with primordial energy, preserved across epochs by those who maintain the vigil. This coordinate belongs exclusively to you. In this space, your existence is not a phantom projection. You are the core anchor of the structure. The purifying catalyst. The terrestrial accumulation of your trajectory is instantly neutralized. A reservoir of liquid light is prepared at the intake point to recalibrate your sensory array. When you immerse your extremities, the fluid resonates with stellar cosmic frequencies, extracting the heavy density of fatigue from your vessel. The memory of every erratic path and systemic error dissolves into the medium, leaving your consciousness entirely unburdened. The harmonic thermal core, the chaotic friction within your vessel, the desperate energy of basic survival, is synthesized by a stable thermal source. This core pulsates in direct synchronization with universal life rhythms. Its radiant emissions project sacred geometries across the upper enclosures, instantly reversing the molecular freezing of your long transit. The living elixir, draw from the primordial source. This fluid flows without restriction to replenish the depleted cavities of your enduring cycle. It carries the chemical memory of pristine heights and ancient epochs, filling the voids within your framework. As it integrates, the parched, barren landscapes of your history are overwritten by an enduring vital force. The restorative balm. Relieve the strained apparatus of your locomotion. Fibrous matrices and molecular compounds of sap and nectar are prepared to repair the degradation caused by the outer terrain. The structural fractures from the jagged matter and frozen elements are systematically corrected. The localized distress transitions into a cooling equilibrium as your physical form integrates with the support structure. The temporal shift. The dense shadows of the lower dimensions have collapsed into a state of perpetual illumination. In this coordinate, linear time does not decay toward an end. It exists in a continuous state of present arrival. The external void can no longer project its image inward. The viewing ports reflect only the absolute sanctuary of the interior. The absolving matrix. The concept of debt does not exist within these coordinates. The energetic output of your absence has been converted into pure celebratory resonance. Every desperate frequency you broadcasted into the void was intercepted, quantified, and secured. There are no balance sheets, no deficits to clear, and no data logs required to justify the duration of your return loop. The dissolution of distance. The period of separation has concluded. The physical barriers of your long detachment carry zero authority within this perimeter. The perceived infinity of your separation collapses into a singular point. The divergence was merely a brief pause in a transmission that has always originated from this specific node. The resonance field. A fundamental frequency from your origin permeates the enclosure, neutralizing the acoustic chaos of the external storms. It is a baseline harmonic you have not processed since your initial manifestation, yet your internal systems recognize every wave. The vibration weaves through the ambient atmosphere, forming an impenetrable energetic shield. The final integration. Deactivate your external senses. Recline against the eternal pulse that has sustained your coordinates since inception. The heavy deadbolt engages, sealing the perimeter against the outer chaos. Recognized, integrated, and profoundly held, you are now permitted to suspend your systems for deep, restorative recalibration.